Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I will give you a brief introduction on the Power BI DAX and just to give you the basic sense how the DAX is working in the Power BI and laying a foundation for our further learning. Okay, let's go to the raw data we will use for the series of videos. Okay, and this is data regarding to the films. The first column is the so-called product ID, and then the title of the film's release date. Length means the runtime of the movies. Okay, this is a category. It's probably the actional or awful or crime, something like that. The nation means the country to produce the movie, and the producer and the certificate is a very unique column. We will use it later. Cost means the money that was invested for the production of the movie. Revenue is a box office. Nomination, that means uh, the nomination for the movie to award wins is the final result for the award competition. Okay, let's start from the first part. Okay, because we don't need uh, all of the columns, so we just reduce the data a little bit. Okay, and in the Power Query, okay, let's go to the choose the columns. Okay, let's reduce some of unnecessary data. For example, the certificate and the nation, and also, yeah, the category. Let's keep the category of product ID. Okay, that's a little bit tidy, easier to use. Okay. Okay, the first part is when we found the cost and the revenue, and let's descend it. Okay, our first motivation is that probably we can calculate the profit directly. That's true. Okay, it's almost the same to do the calculation, the same clue to do the calculation as that happens in the Excel. In Excel, we just create a new column to do the calculation. However, in the Power BI, we have to use the DAX. Okay, let's build a new column. We call it profit. Okay, that should be the revenue. Revenue. Okay, we can use the arrow to choose that, then use the tab key to get it. Okay, and then we put the cost, the minus the cost. Okay, then we can get the result. The movie could make money, also could lose money. Okay, that's no problem. And we can do a basic visualization to show the profit. Okay. Okay, let's use the chart. Okay, we have the many kinds of the movie. Let's choose the movies category. Okay. Okay. Then we also can choose the profit. Let's choose the profit. Okay. Okay, let's see that. You can see that when we put the profit in the y-axis, then the Power BI will calculate the total profit automatically for us. Remember that Power BI will calculate the total profit according to the profit column automatically for us. Okay, that's a very key part. Okay, then the total profit is sliced by the category, the indicator of the category. The first, the most profitable part is the actional, the, the movie. Then the least category for the profit is the documentary. Okay, that's also no problem. Let's go to the data again. And in the second part, we can calculate the column by the function. For example, we have the data of the runtime, the length of the film from the 80 minutes to 272 minutes. Okay, quite long, quite short. Okay, no problem. We can use the new column, put the if function to do the logic test and return the data regarding to the length of the film by two kinds of the very basic category. Okay, let's do that. The film length, we call it a film length. Okay, if the movie, the length is longer than 120 minutes, 2 hours, we call it long. Otherwise, we call it short movies. Okay, it's very easy. Let's have a quick sense check on the data. Long should be longer. The length should be longer than 120. Okay, it's descending. It's ascending. The data is ascending in this column. So this is the shortest and the big and longer. Okay, that's no problem. Let's do also do a basic visualization to show the data. Okay. Okay, let's use the title. Oh, sorry. Title, count of the title means how many films will be displayed in the visualization. Then we use the film length as a legend to slice the data. That means long movies are the most. That was 62.92, nearly 63%. The movies are the long. Okay, it's quite easy. The third part, I would like to introduce a key concept to you guys. It's called measure. MEASURE, called measure. Measure is a concept that does not exist in Excel. So it's the key part of this induction. Okay, let's go back to the data. Okay, we already get the profit here in this column. Then we have several ways to calculate the total profit. One is to show the total profit earlier. You can see that by the Power BI automatically to calculate the sum of the profit. Okay, we also can do that by ourselves. For example, we create the sum of the profit. Okay, let's do it. We do not use this column. We will build the new measure. Sorry. We will build the new measure. Okay. Total profit means sum of the revenue. Sum of the revenue. Okay, with brackets, minus the sum of the cost. Okay, it's easy to understand. The total revenue minus the total cost, means the total profit. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, so in theory, the result we got from the DAX should be exact the same as the result calculated by the Power BI automatically. Okay, let's compare that. Okay, let's use the card to show the data and the total cost, the profit, okay. Okay. Okay, no problem. Then we show the data calculated by the measure, new measure. You see that total profit. Okay. Okay, exactly the same. Okay. If we can get the result automatically by the calculation from the Power BI, why do we still need to build a new measure? The issue is if we use the new column, then to get the result calculated by, that is calculated by the Power BI automatically. That means we have to build new column firstly. That means it wastes time, and also if we cope with the million rows of the data, that will cost a lot of the resource of your computer. For example, the CPU or the memories, to make your machine could be slowly. And same time, the Power BI file you created from the report could be much bigger. Okay, so if we use the total profit created by the new measure, the advantage firstly is to be quicker. We don't need to create a new column. It'll be less occupy your resources of a computer, and at the same time the file could be much smaller. That could be very easier for you to maintain that. Okay, that is the key concept of the measure and the advantages of the new measure. Okay, that's the key part. We will come back to the concept regularly later. Okay, that's the next part. I will show you how to create a new table by the original data. Okay, sometimes, okay, let's have a quick look on the award from the 0 to 12. Sometimes we just need to get a piece of the data from the original table. How can we realize that? For example, if we want to get the data with the award just 8 times, okay, let's do that. Because we need to create a new table, then we could award 8 times, okay? Now we need a new table. The new table, we call it award 8 times. Okay, then we need the function called CalculateTable. Okay, the first the parameter for this function is we need to tell the Power BI which table we want to get the data. Apparently, the table should be film. Okay, films. Then the second the parameter is the which column we want the Power BI as the indicator to return the data. Apparently, it's award. Award wins this column. We use this column to get out the data. Then we need, that is 8. Okay, that's easy. We got 10 rows of the data. Let's go back to the original data to have a sense check. Okay, it's also, yeah, filter the rows. Okay, let's clear the filter firstly, then choose the 8. Okay, rows of the data. One filter distinctive feature. Okay, one filter. Okay, then if we need the data also from award wins, but we want the data that's the film's data with award of 9 times. How can we achieve that? Okay, exact same. Okay, let's award 9 times. Okay, still calculate table. And the films, okay. Then award wins. That should be the film's award wins. Okay. Equals 9. Okay. Then we got 7 rows. Okay, that's no problem. And when we got the 2 smaller tables, if we want to combine the 2 smaller tables, how can we achieve that? It's also very easy. We need another function. It's called union function. Okay, let's try that. Award wins 8 and 9 equals union. Okay, the union, we need the table, tell the table award table 9s, award 8 times. Then the second is award 9 times. Okay, that's 17 rows, no problem, because the one is 7, another one is 9 rows. Okay, and the last part for this episode is the values function. Values function can help us to get the data from the specific column. Okay, for example, we have the producers here, and if we want to get the data just from this column and also remove the duplicates, how can we achieve that? The best way is to use the so-called the values function. Okay, let's do it. And we call it. We still need to create a new table. Okay, producers data. We call it producers data. Okay, values. Okay, the values, the film producer. Okay, we got the data from the films table and from the producer column. Okay, then we got 483 rows. The original data is 1,200 rows. Because there is a lot of duplicate data for the producers. That's for sure. We can find that. However, then we can sort it by descending. We can find that's duplicates in this column, but in the producer data, this table, there is no duplicates. Okay, that's for sure. That's all for this episode, and thanks for your time. We will see you in the next session. Still induction for the Power BI DAX. Okay, see you later.